Military being faced with either delayed paychecks, no paychecks at all if there's a shutdown. House Speaker Boehner came out about an hour ago, Senator, said, well, we have to fund our military. Then he walked away. Can you kind of give us a sense of what is happening behind the scenes right now, Senator?
Well, there's a lot happening behind the scenes. There are, of course, we know, dueling suggestions of what is causing the problems, but the bottom line is we have a resolution in the Senate that would require that our military be paid, and we now have 65 co-sponsors. I mean, we're going to pass this. We're going to assure that our military are paid, and we're going to send a bill to the House to assure that our military is paid. I just know that every American, in fact, there's a Facebook page just for this bill that has 670,000 people who agree with it. So this is a huge grassroots movement. The people of America love our military. They appreciate what they're doing, and we're going to make sure they're paid on time.
And Senator, forgive me for not being so clear on this here, but is Senator Reid going to bring this to the floor for a vote? I mean, where are you right now? I know it's changing every moment.
Well, it is changing every moment, and there are so many different iterations of the one-week CR, the long-term CR negotiations, but I am very focused on making sure that our military don't have to worry and their families don't have to worry. We have, as I said, 65 co-sponsors, 675,000 people on Facebook, just in a grassroots movement, are supporting this, and my belief is, and I can just tell you that I believe we will pass this. I have just the firm belief that Congress is not going to let this one segment of our population who are serving so valiantly in any way be jeopardized.
And Senator, I know it's hard to hear me with all the singing behind you. Thank you for bearing with us throughout this very loud moment on the Capitol. But let me ask you this about Secretary Gates. You know, he was in Baghdad yesterday. He told troops that the troops are going to get half a check, no check for the month of April. I mean, is there any other way around this if your bill in particular is not successful today?
My bill is going to be successful. We're going to will that this is done. I know what Secretary Gates said, but that's one of the reasons why we have so many co-sponsors of this bill. Every time I talk about the bill, we get 2 or 3 or 5 co-sponsors, and we cannot be denied when we have 65 senators and counting the ability to take care of our military, and I know in my heart that we will pass my bill. Senator Casey is pushing from his side. He's been very active. We have an approach that we think is unassailable. And frankly, I have another bill drafted that is an authorization bill that will hit it a different way. I'm just pulling out all the stops to prevent any kind of disruption of our military pay. And in the end, I feel confident that we will pay our military on time and their families will not have to worry about this.
Okay, one more question, Senator, and then I'll let you go. I know this is tough.
Madam Senator, we keep hearing that we need to cut the deficit, cut the budget, cut spending. But the only way I see out of this problem is to grow. How do we grow out of this, and how do we reassure the American people that we have an initiative to grow out of the problems that we face in our country?
I think you're right on point. And I think the way we do that is to show that we can take fiscal responsibility, that we are going to get control of this budget so that the investment will be made in the private sector. We're going to cut back on regulations that are stifling job growth, and we're going to show the private sector that we know they're the job creators that we want, and they're the ones that will build our economy. Government growth does not build an economy. It is private sector growth that does.
Senator Kay Bailey Hutchison, who obviously has much better hearing than I do. Thank you, Senator, for speaking with us at Fox Business.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you.
It's always great to speak to her. Wow, singing on Capitol Hill. All right, time for today's email question. We want to hear from you. So what do you think? Do you think that furloughed government workers